Hello, my name is LeRoux, and my topic is about zoos. I'm able to speak about this topic because I've done a lot of research about the topic, and I've been going to zoos all of my life. So the whole idea and the whole purpose of the zoos are to educate people and to entertain them. But are we really getting the whole zoo experience, or are there things that the zoos keep hidden under the rug so that the public never finds out about it? According to the ASA accredited zoos, they educate over 180 million people, including 50 million students every year, and they teach them about the animals in the zoo, their habitats, ways they can help preserve them, and just overall how they can help the zoos and help the animals. And by educating kids on how to preserve the environment and how to help the wild animals in the zoos, it also benefits us, and it provides a healthy environment for the animals to live in and also for us to live in as well. And not only do zoos educate the public, they also provide many habitats for many endangered animals and if the animals didn't even have the environments the zoos provide, many of them would have gone extinct. And then the ASA accredited zoos spent nearly over $50 million to protect these animals, because it's a big, the zoos realize that protecting these endangered animals is a very important thing, because of course, like I said, if all these animals would go extinct, that would have a negative impact on the animals, on the environment, because that would also affect like the native species, because without those animals, there's like a lack of them, so that causes a bad effect on the environment. However, even with zoos educating people and teaching people how to conserve the environment and how to help these animals in zoos that are endangered, many of them are mistreated by the zoos, and by being mistreated, a lot of them develop psychological issues. According to the World Association, 75% of all the world facilities have abused animals. And that's a huge animal. And also, according to the Defense of Animals, up to 5,000 zoo animals are killed every year. And an example of this, on May 28th, 2016, a silverback gorilla named Harambe was brutally murdered because a 3-year-old kid went into the zoo, the enclosure that Harambe was in, and he was supposedly in there, and that scared. So the zookeepers decided to shoot Harambe, therefore killing him, because they thought Harambe was hurting the kid. But that has also spurred a lot of controversy, because there's a lot of people that think, oh, here, that was wrong. Or there's a lot of people, well, that was right, but... And also with this, there's a lot of animals that develop zoochosis, which is like a psychological disorder developed by being in confinement. So a lot of people think that's what like animals like Harambe experience, because they're not usually, they're like, it wasn't normal for like an animal his size to act like that, because they're like, oh, he usually is a calm animal, but you know, probably because he was in confinement for many days, weeks. Okay. There was also another animal that the zookeepers saw was doing like figure eights around his pool, and that was scaring the visitors, so they just boarded it up, you know, try to cover it up, because you know that was scaring the guests. And then according to National Geographic, nearly 80% of all the zoo animals experience zoochosis, which is a huge number. So that means like a lot of the animals, because they're in confinement, they just can't handle it and they develop the zoochosis. Well, even though there's many positives and negatives to the side that has spurred controversy over the years, but it's really up to us, the people, to decide whether if the zoos are good or bad, and what if we're getting really the true zoo experience, or there's things that are hidden under the rug. Thank you.